Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome back to Tomes and Tales RPG. New setup, new little thing going on here. Everything's different. It's new, it's shiny. We can see everybody because we've got the sun in the corner and the moon over here. Yeah, it's good. So this will be our temporary base of operations for the next couple of weeks until we move on to the studio to a new permanent position. But enough of the logistics. The broken few have made it to Potts Hollow, the home village of our grave cleric, Hugle, if that is his real name. And it seems that Hugle has some things to answer for, as some reunions have been a bit more heated than others. But more is still to be uncovered, and I think we'll jump straight into tonight's episode of Tomes and Tales. Ooh!
Welcome to Tomes and Tales RPG.
Hey guys, Editing Seb here. You've probably noticed already, but for the first roughly hour of this episode, we have no visual for Bailey, Mon, and Skye. No idea what happened, but we're going to make do with art for now. It's all good going forward. This is hopefully the last time we have an issue like this. Also, this will be our second last episode with the current audio setup, so there's a few edits through here where we tried to cut out that popping sound, but going from episode 22, we are brand new audio, everything is clean. But for now, I hope you enjoy the return to the adventure of the Broken Few.
And welcome back. For anyone keeping track, if anyone wants to write the dates down, which is probably just going to be you, I think, it's Mikindas, which is the 10th day of Keltamine. We're into the next month, we're going into winter, into the new year.
Say that again?
Mikindas, which is the 10th day of Keltamine. Keltermein.
You said Mickey Mouse on ketamine.
That's what I heard!
Woo! Clubhouse!
It's not the worst thing I've heard come from this table.
Alrighty. So we return to Potts Hollow. The heavy rain that seemed to follow our party has made its landfall last night as it blistered down around the burrow where our party currently are staying, which is the home of Petunia branch. Zero, being the first to rise, the few small windows around the burrow show that the dawn hasn't begun to break the clouds yet. But there is the heavy condensation on the windows with the temperature difference. And the temperature outside is obviously getting colder because it's basically you just can't see through it whatsoever. What would you like to do before everyone else wakes up, considering you're always the first to be up?
I'm going to make sure my monetary investment is alive and well and hasn't disappeared over to the hills beyond.
Yeah, stick your head out the door and check on the horses?
Yeah, I'll go and... It's not even going to be affectionate. She probably just goes out there and stands there and stares at them.
Yeah, so you stick your head out, arms crossed in your night clothes, and they're just, because horses, if I remember correctly, horses can sleep standing up or lying down, correct? Is there? I would think, no, you know what, I think they'd fully commit because it's raining. They fully would be on the ground, curled up with their little camo blankets that
Camo?
Yeah, camo.
Just camo.
Yeah.
Well, hey, look, in Potts Hollow it's camouflage, yeah. Voyage making those blankets has saved your monetary investment more times than you as a person are actually aware of.
Going straight into the family lineage here.
You hold him at gunpoint, you'll have to marry my son.
I was literally just about to write that.
There you go, put it in there, verbatim.
Plan wedding. At gunpoint.
Fucking like Tolkien.
At gunpoint.
Tolkien's yeah man, shit was dope back then, and then it stopped being dope, verbatim. Okay, so you check on the horses. The horses are there, they're just snoozing off, because there's a few patches of long grass.
What are the horses' names again?
Rat and Pigeon.
Rat and Pigeon, yep.
You spent all this money and have it thrown back in your face.
How does it feel to be a parent?
It fucking sucks. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone.
Alrighty. Petunia. So for the last 4 years, you've woken up before the sunrise every day. And today is no different. You turn over a bit as you come back to consciousness, feeling a weight on your legs as your eyes come into focus. You see Matroya still there with her head in your lap, mouth slightly open as her face shows for a good night's sleep. But what do you want to do for the morning?
Just gently try and scooch out of bed to not wake her. Mm-hmm. Pull the blanket up, nice so she's still warm. probably a pretty similar morning routine. I'm just like going over to the desk, putting a crown on, saying a little prayer, going over and making some more little boxes with the herbs and the medicines and the stuff for back at the apothecary.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this process goes, oh shit, my house is full. Packs them a little bit more, and then just quietly creeps out into the kitchen to go and start trying to make tea quietly. And just have a look around, make sure everyone's still comfy.
Yeah, by that point, you two would cross paths again. I think you'd come back in from the outside checking on the horses, and you would come to Zero. Walks in from the outside.
Zero's sleeping under a fridge because she wasn't given a blanket.
Just the fridge is down, using the door as a blanket.
There's not fridges in D&D.
There is now.
So we can have robots to sweep the floors, but we can't have fridges.
Yeah, fair.
What a
There's
tragedy!
magic.
What a tragedy this world's become.
Constant ice.
This is the real grim dark horror.
Zero sleeps.
But yes,
like a puppy pile in the lounge with Dog and Patrick.
the two mothers cross paths.
Good morning.
Morning, did you rest well?
Yes, actually. Yes. How are you doing?
I'm alright. About to make some tea, would you like any?
I'd love that. I love tea. Yes, please. Extra big one.
Can I roll an insight on that one?
Roll deception or persuasion. Don't tell us which.
Oh, fuck.
We know which.
We know which, but I had to offer.
It's a 15.
24.
As she's like says it, there's like a like an underlying. I would love a tea, thank you.
Would you like a different kind of food or beverage?
Water is also nice. Water's like unfancy tea.
Unfancy tea? Sure. Would you like it cold or warm?
Warm. I am no man's peace.
Warm it is.
Did you say I am no man's peace?
Yes.
Oh,
Confiscate the biscuits.
my
Anzac.
head's actually spinning. Oh, I let so much oxygen go out of my mouth. Okay, continue.
What are you making there?
Oh, these are some boxes to take down to the apothecary. It's got some supplies in it, different herbs, medicinal things, medicines, something sweet. Yeah,
A lot of people sick lately, are they?
yeah, more than usual. And a lot more people than usual as well.
I don't know if I caught some lingering conversations wrong, but is there like a sickness going through Potts Hollow at the moment?
Sickness is a hard word to use for this situation. It's a bit unprecedented.
It's a curse.
Some have called it that, actually. Yeah, it's there's a lingering presence of some undead that have been following us out from the forest towards us. That's where all of our newcomers have come from.
Oh, you could probably talk to Voyage about that. I think he's good at making things that need to stay dead.
That would actually be very handy this time. Look,
You send him out into the woods on his own. He will take care of it.
oh,
He is big boy.
last time we did that, it didn't end too well.
Oh,
That's right. We can talk about that when everyone gets up. There's plenty that could be done.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. And she'll very awkwardly take the warm water. Tepid water! My favorite! I'll leave you to your boxes of relief. And then she's gonna like shuffle off.
Yeah, she's gonna go and say like, I'm gonna go sit on the porch. You're welcome to join me if you'd like.
Ooh. I do like sitting on the porch.
By all means.
She'll just like awkwardly follow. she's feeling a bit socially out her depth at the moment.
Gotta take shorter gauge steps to stay behind.
She feels like she
Incredible.
like yapped on a bit too much last night in that conversation. She's feeling a little bit like she might have like overstepped a bit.
Bit sheepish.
Yeah, a bit sheepish. But yeah, she'll definitely come out and sit on the porch with
Yeah,
you.
we've got the good porch seats, like the super comfy ones.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
definitely like a sit down is like a
Slowly but surely.
Can I ask you just a bit of a odd question?
Sure.
I've noticed we call Hugle,
Yes, I've noticed that as well.
but you don't call Hugle.
I've never heard him called Hugle until you guys arrived.
Right, so he's a liar.
That's one way to read it.
Maybe it is like his alias.
Maybe.
Vigilante alias.
Is that something that you guys do out there?
Not really, no.
Understood. I was meaning to ask him about that actually. Not sure what to call him anymore.
Well, what do you call him? What's his...
We call him Swale. That's what his
Swale.
family calls him. That's the name he was given. Swale Bloom.
Swale Blue. That's a nice name.
Yeah, I thought so.
Why would you get rid of it and go Hugle?
I'm afraid I can't.
Tell us
quite
how you
answer
really feel.
that. I don't think I can answer that one, I'll be honest with you.
Is Swale different to Hugle? Is like the person? Like what was? If it's
You're,
a shitty question to ask, I totally understand.
You're more than welcome to ask questions.
Is he
I mean,
different?
it's hard to gauge. It's only been a night.
That's true. That was a shit question. I'm
It
sorry.
was a bit of a big night too. He seems to be more or less the same person at heart, but something was different. I don't quite know what. Like when he took off in the rain and you all followed him, I've never seen him like that before. That was new to me. Have you?
Do you mean the anger? Or the bloodlust in his eyes,
Yeah,
like a
I'd
rabid dog
say
in a
the
corner?
bloodlust and the blind rage.
That is probably more of a newer facet that we are coming across. But it's... Obviously we've been traveling with him. But it's been slow building. It's like almost the closer we got to Potts Hollow, the darker he got. I don't know, there's something about his... I don't mean to be a poet on the side of the street, but it's almost like his aura was darkening. I don't know. I could just be spouting nonsense.
Well, at this point, I think you know him better than I do.
I highly doubt that. It sounds like you're both quite intertwined with each other, even before everything else happened.
There was a time.
And there's still time. I'm sure. Swale.
You can call him whatever you need to call him, I understand.
I'm sure little man is still the same deep down. I think you're right. Yes. Ooh, big days ahead.
Yeah. Can I ask you a rather personal question? You feel free to not answer me. very
I am
personally.
open book in several different languages.
It's rather personal. You're more than happy to not respond.
Little doodles of bum holes on there. Please ask away.
What are your kids like?
My kids.
Yeah.
I mean, you asked that, and the first word that comes to my mind is shitheads. I have 3 that are of my blood. And one of them at the moment is probably soon going to go through a resurrection. Yes, I killed him. And the middle one is missing. I don't know where she is. And the youngest is currently being poked by my adopted son, Voyage.
Inside Voyage.
Yes. So he's basically son-in-law. at this
He's
point.
inside Voyage.
He is.
Sorry.
But no, they.
I tried to keep it in, I couldn't. I fucking quit. Anyway, continue.
But I guess if you look past the jests and the jabs, my youngest Val, he's brilliant. He's a very smart boy, smarter than me or his father could ever be. Takes after his father a lot, though. Middle one, I hate to say it, she takes a lot after me. Very, very headstrong, very stubborn, but ambitious. And the eldest was a bit too ambitious. I think, sadly, because it was our first time being parents, I think he got the worst of both of us. But I'm in the middle of fixing that. It'll be fine. I'll fix it up. It'll be all good. But Voyage and Zefaris, and he'd probably hate to hear it, but by extension Hugle as well. I think for a moment there, fate kind of pulled away my 3 kids, and I was going through a dark time where I really thought I was a failure as a mother, and I think the universe gave me those 3 as another chance to do better, and they have made me better. I think even though I didn't deserve the second chance, it's been given to me no less, and I'm going to make the most I can of it.
I wish you every fortune on your way.
I appreciate that, thank you. I hope that, I hope the universe gives you the same grace. You deserve it a lot more than I, from what I've seen.
Deserve is a hard thing to gauge.
It is.
I think by this point, you guys spend a nice like hour or 2 on the porch just watching the sun gradually rise again through the clouds. You know where the sun.
The shades still come up.
Yeah.
Any kind of sun.
The second the sunlight even crests through the top of the clouds, red shades.
They're
on.
just like up here.
Exactly. But we'll cut to our 3 folks that need regular human sleep. 8 hours or less, 8 hours or more rather. Who do we think would be the next out of the Trouble Troika to wake up?
Probably Zeph.
Yeah.
I feel like Zeph's always been an early riser because of the parents and everything like that.
Yeah, the kids going to school.
up.
Yeah, I see it. I think I think 7 a.m. is considered a sleep-in by your parents' standards.
the bed.
I shitted.
I flew up.
I flew up. I
Yeah.
vomited.
And with Zeph getting up, because Voyage would be on the floor, it'd basically be like a psst. Psst. Voyage.
Is this a gentle nudge?
Yeah. Voyage. Voyage. It starts slapping and then the slaps start increasing and then it's just this whack. Voyage!
Ah,
Go, do it for the bit.
Yeah, no. Mum will kill me.
You're the favourite. You'll get away with it.
Yeah.
It's for the content.
Do it for the gram.
Someone give me a fish.
Do it for the gram.
Does the total count?
Oi.
Don't swing Orly.
But yeah, Zeph will wake Voyage up and then just be like, I slept on it.
The bed, I hope.
I'm talking about
One eye's
Petunia
blinking at a time.
and Hugle. I slept on it. I thought about it.
I slept on the halflings.
I did, yes. They were very comfortable.
That intelligence has no bounds.
I'm so sorry.
Love you, Mon.
I'm gonna see if there's a coffee for you first before I open my mouth any further. Okay.
What?
Zeph will then get up, put on their usual clothes, and then go out into the kitchen and just kind of like awkwardly be like, you know, when you're in someone's house for the first time and you're just kind of sitting there and you're like, I don't know if they're awake yet or not. I don't feel like I need to knock on the door because that's very rude, and just kind of like,
Following Zeph out into the kitchen, I just want to ask, this is more of a you, by proxy almost also you, but also not really you at all.
Okay.
Labeling anything in your kitchen. If you do, is it labelled in common or halfling?
Ooh.
make it difficult.
I actually picked Orcish.
I feel like it'd be a mix of both, actually.
Okay.
The older stuff probably. The older stuff's all in halfling, but some of the newer stuff's in more common, especially because it's got the siblings.
The
in it.
town has got other races other than halfling as well.
Yeah.
So
Halfling, Herringon, some humans, and now Orc and Goliath.
But like by
And humans.
base, because this is personal home as well. That's why I was all like,
Bit of both.
thank fuck I've got halfling on here, right?
Some things just aren't
speak
labelled as
halfling?
well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Halfling,
Oh, we haven't had
Infernal, and
secret chats
Sylvan.
yet.
Oh my god, yeah, you can exploit the shit out of this.
Yeah, I haven't had the opportunity to bring it up. But nonetheless, following Zeph out, he's just going to start going through the kitchen and checking the labels on shit to try and make a substantial cup of coffee.
half of it's not labelled.
That's okay. Smell check.
Yeah.
Let's say you survive a kitchen with no labels.
If it smells bitter, you're on the right path.
Make him roll for the smell check.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
There's a lot of herbs in there.
What am I putting it under?
That'll be perception. No, I like investigation.
Investigation, sniff.
And if you want to wake Dog up, which in turn will wake Hugle up to help you, I'll let you get advantage.
Alright, dog.
What
the fuck is going on?
Hugle, you get fucking launched, mate, because he gets dragged like, face down across the fucking hardwood floor.
Morning?
And
coffee
Pat the owlbear doesn't know how gravity works, so his legs are up and he's like freaking the fuck out.
It's not cocked as much as I want to believe it is.
It just moved.
I mean, it did. Yeah, that's an 11.
Also, over a 10, yeah, you find it.
Yeah, cool.
I think that's fair. It's very hard to miss coffee in a jar.
And I'll boil the little kettle thingy on the stove.
Yeah, get the coals going
Yeah.
on the stove
We've all
top.
got hunchback situation going on because this is a tiny kitchen.
And Zeph's used to that. Zeph
Yeah.
would be in the
That's
element.
true, actually. Yeah, you're like a Mugsy. You're like this is
Yeah,
just like
Zeph-
home, Russ.
You know the that squat that people do where the feet's flat and they still manage to be like upright. That's Zeph
Oh,
just squatting
God.
like that.
How?
my daughter can do that, and I can't, and I get so jealous.
Yeah.
But no, that's you guys are absolutely able to start running amok in the kitchen, and putting together a good cup of joe. And by that point, you are forced awake with the eruption of Dog and Pat.
It takes him sort of a minute, this like shock wave, like what the fuck is
Why is the floor on the roof?
And then kind of has that weird realization of where he is.
He was like, oh, it wasn't a dream.
Yeah, because after how his dreams had been and, you know, everything back home, he almost takes that... Well, you know, when someone, they're not sure if they're awake yet or if they're still in a dream, and so it takes him a minute looking around and clicking in the night before coming back to him, and sort of sinks back into himself again, and there's that you see the anxiety in him. And he will probably make his way over to the noises coming from the kitchen.
Pass me that jar over there. It's the half dusty one that's got the fresh fingerprints from the night before. Cool.
No, use a spoon. Oh,
It's a little bit... Get out here.
it's like directly in the water too. Like,
So you don't just put the lavender straight into the water. You've got to go through a tea strainer. Just sit down.
There's a method to the madness.
Yeah, you put the tea strainer on top. You tip the into the fresh cup.
Then why didn't you do that?
Because you put the tea in with the hot water in the other cup. Then you put the tea strainer on top, and then we do tea differently in my country.
We don't do it in the microwave.
Microwave. Nigella Lawson.
I appreciate the effort. Thank you.
You look in. It looks like you needed it.
I would think by this point, you two sitting out on the porch, you just hear the like yelling inside, and you hear the clicking of glasses, and eventually, I can do my own noises. There we go. And eventually, you've clued on. They're like, oh, the kids are awake now.
Should we just let them figure it out on their own?
I'm sure they'll be fine to handle a kettle.
I wonder if it's hot
Give
yet.
it here.
They come out and there's like somehow we've gotten like fucking mimosas and we're having like a middle-aged lady cackle like, you're kidding me, Linda. He did not say that.
He did, I swears it.
No, just walk in and is there fire and the people trying to put the fire out and someone's been shot. You know, like,
Yeah, someone's got their hair ripped out. Other person's got a chunk of it in their hand. There's crying.
Wow, there's a lot going on in this town. This town. That's awesome. But yes, the morning, eventually, we'll bring everyone together, and at some point you guys will re-enter. And the trouble troika and the two animals, and then the two mothers. And we've all reconvening inside Petunia's house. Wrong P name. Mm-hmm. There's a lot. Thanks for that, by the way. Prick.
I'm going to do even more just to fuck with you.
I'll reach over. Actually, I can't now. You're not close enough.
I designed this for you.
He just pulls out a gun. I was going to keep a Nerf gun here loaded.
I've got a whole box of them upstairs.
Excellent.
That was very dangerous of mentioning that.
You going to take some home from Merlin?
I'm
No,
one of those people that
for
own
myself.
like 20 Nerf guns.
I've stolen Steve's Nerf gun. I shot him with it.
Sucked in Steve.
In the butt.
Alrighty, but everyone reconvenes and eventually are very stumbling from the fucking hallway. The twins eventually join as well. Mateo's got kind of like that like long haired mohawk kind of thing, and it's, I think anyone here who's got long hair of like the party specifically, it's so fucking knotted and fucked up. You don't know how this guy deals with his hair, but anyway, so he's just like. Goes and sits down at the kitchen table, does that boy thing where it takes him like 20 minutes to wake up, but he's been walking down the hallway already. And Petunia goes into the bathroom to like kind of get herself ready. She's kind of like you, she kind of like jumps straight into the day, but everyone reconnects and we're all here at this moment, so I turn it over to you.
So, when Petunia's not looking, we grab him, brush out his hair, and braid it properly. That's the plan.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Are you in?
Oh, I am not touching that bird's nest.
Okay, fair
That
enough.
is all you.
or we can just offer to brush it for him.
No.
That would be too easy.
Yeah.
It's the challenge is half the fun. The chase.
He's talking about him as if he's not there. He's like standing here.
He just woke up, he's not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, young boy, he ain't listening. He's like,
It's got the windows loading up music.
Don't ask how we got the coffee.
I think at the PlayStation.
Through everything.
that's a good one too.
How are we handling breakfast? Is that...
Yeah, does anybody have any specific dietary requirements or requests? Favorite foods?
I like food.
Food is favourite.
You can't go wrong with bacon and eggs when it comes to these two.
Wonderful.
Oh, you can never go wrong. Oh, give me that toast with the egg yolk.
French toast?
No, just
so
buttered
runny
toast.
Oh, you're talking about this normal. I know there's one where you like cut the hole out and you can put the egg yolk in it.
God, no, that not a toad in a hole.
No, that's the one.
No, that shit's too dry.
Anyway,
Just go straight to the kitchen, starts making breakfast.
perfect size for you.
Yeah.
Voyage.
Would you like some help?
Okay.
Sure. You know where everything is.
Just quietly with his head down. So that
Just pulls the chair out from the dining table. It's just and it sits down and then
I wonder if I could.
yeah, and then just goes and just watches you guys cook.
Hughley's just walking around silently, really unsure of what to do and say. So helping, knows his way roughly around this kitchen. Something's might have moved, but just playing sous chef, but head down, so I'm just looking up.
I imagine there'd be like a sort of rhythm to it, where it's like you can tell that they used to cook together fairly frequently. And it's like falling into old habits, even though the tension's still there.
But silence from Hugle still. Swaggle, as you were calling him.
You do me a favour and just turn that to be facing you more directly and down a little bit. I'm hearing some. There we go. I'm hearing some differences. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
I hope their knives are sharpened to cut that fucking tension in the air.
Yeah.
Feel free to intercept. I've got nothing planned.
He, look, for what's going on inside Voyage's head specifically, he's mid, coin toss in his mind. Do I take the opportunity to run and hide outside with the horses? Or do I stay here with this air that's progressively getting harder and harder to breathe? And do I take anyone else to get them out of this situation?
Don't whisper so quietly that I can't hear. Because if I can't hear, they can't hear.
I said.
Stage whispers now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all sit here and we all enjoy because that's what a family does.
In accent too, that was impressive.
You suddenly go bald. There's a muscle car out the driveway. You do it for family.
Yep.
That thing that you were thinking about, that thing.
Yes.
What were you saying before? His cup's now half empty.
Loading bar.
That thing.
Yeah. The
So-
fuck were you trying to tell me?
Oh right, the poison of Cusco.
Saying that,
Poison.
I had a moment to think about my actions yesterday, and I just wanted to apologise.
That a tiny bit more towards Jorja.
Because I know that if Mum was here and she saw how I acted in someone else's home when they opened it to me so kindly, I'd be fucking dead right now.
Well, do you want...
No, not now. God, no. Gee, I'm not being stuck in the middle of that.
I never said you'd be stuck in the middle of it. I'd just remove Hugle and leave you there instead. She wouldn't even know. Nobody's gonna know.
How will they know?
They're gonna know. How will they know?
Meme count 1.
Let me get a little whiteboard and hang it right there and just write on it.
I'll wait for a more opportune time. Preferably not in the morning when everyone's just woken up.
What did you do? Shit on the rock or something?
Well, apparently, according to Voyage.
Did you shit on the rock?
I couldn't hold it.
Zefaris, we've been through this. You'll need to stop shitting on things.
That's how I mark my territory.
It's a chamber.
He cuts back to the night before with Zefaris dragging ass dog through carpet.
My campaign is unraveling before me.
Dog's eating my shit.
I wouldn't be surprised. I blame Pat though.
I thought you liked throw up. I do like throw up.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Petunia needs to go to the apothecary or something. If you have grievances you wish to air out, maybe you can strategically walk beside her and go, hey, I am sorry for shitting on your carpet. Yeah. You didn't actually shit on the
No.
carpet. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Because we'd need to rectify that.
They're lying. Did you get one? Did you get it?
That was in character.
Stage whisper! And then I just imagine like the three of them sit there like very awkwardly in silence as the kitchen's also being used very awkwardly in silence.
I think throughout that we could be hearing the murmurs.
Yeah.
Here's the pepper. Everyone was definitely talking about us.
I gathered.
We are.
Don't be rude and eavesdrop!
Keep it to yourself.
I know this is your house. Shut up!
It depends what language they're talking in as well. Like my base.
Oh, true.
Thieves can't. Bloody Voyage is just
I
like.
don't know you
It's
speak
awesome.
halfling yet, so I would probably be speaking halfling to you now to try and keep it.
What did they say?
You don't know I speak halfling.
You read the bottles.
Yeah, but it might not have been halfling.
Deception check right now. You make an insight check.
Fuck.
I can read it, I can't understand it.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a 5.
it's a 4. I still win. No.
No, I win. That's a 5. I got plus
Fuck, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel in, boys.
Yeah, he's lying. I could smell it on you.
liar.
With how dry the conversation is in there, you don't want to know. She literally passed the pepper.
I must be halfling cold for something.
Halfling code.
It's like chips and salsa.
Yes!
What does pepper mean?
I can only assume pepper, you know, it's intrusive, it gets in the nose and makes you sneeze. I bet she's telling him, you're fucking annoying.
Smash cut to you two in the kitchen. What's actually happening?
I think at this point, she's gonna be asking like, so, what you gonna do today?
Help out however we can if there's anything we can do.
There's plenty.
The house looks great.
Thank you. It's been a bit easier to keep it clean.
It's nice to be home.
Yeah. It's nice to have a full house.
Really appreciate you putting everyone up.
We needed somewhere to stay. There's not really all that much accommodation left in the village. Plus your house has all the siblings in it. It's a bit full.
I think I'm gonna have to go see Petal today.
You should. Say hi to Colton.
Do you know where they'll be if they're not home?
Colton's been hanging out the watchtower for the last little while. Petal, it's hard to tell. She might be at the apothecary. Not usual though. She gets around.
She still manages.
Nothing keeps her down.
Even death, she'd keep walking.
Doesn't have to stop her first. Speaking of death, you're not going to try and kill my dad again today, are you?
I know that sound.
I can translate that.
I got a little hot last night.
Really? Why?
I think you need to talk to him.
Probably, but I'm asking you now.
I didn't just leave without saying anything. There's a letter.
Okay. So you left a letter. It's gone.
I left it with him. Promise of it going to you.
Why would you leave it with him? Come on, you're not that stupid.
God, at that time. I chose to leave, didn't I? There was a lot more conversation between me and your dad before I left that,
What did he say to you?
I think you need to talk to him. No matter what he said, it's no excuse for my behavior, but
Alright. The borders can always use watching. There's hunting and helping you can do. There's lots of people who need places to stay. There's wounded, there's sick, there's a lack of food at the moment. There's plenty you can do.
put us to work. Do what we can. I don't plan on going anywhere until I know that this place is safe again.
You might be here for a while then.
You lot, stop eavesdropping.
Oh, look at
Come get your plates.
the doilies! Placemats!
Starts putting some plates in. Come on, come get your food. Thank the chef.
So we're just gonna... and then just immediately retreat back to the table.
Yeah, just awkward clanging of the utensils against the plate, and then just thank you.
He too serves himself up. But he throws it down in halfling. Thanks. Then he walks off.
Comes up to you now. How the fuck did I not know this? In halfling.
That's none of your concern.
We could have been talking about them in front of them this whole time and they wouldn't have had a clue. And you didn't.
That's not fair. I could have been doing the exact same thing to you with Zero this entire time.
I'm sure you have.
Starts speaking a bunch of gibberish in Infernal, but to Zero, but to Zero, it's just that's not my fault.
This sneaky motherfucker.
Infernal?
How many languages do you know?
Hear the wonder in the back of your mind, Zero. Apparently he can't count quick, can he?
What language are you counting in?
There is reason why his arrows replenish themselves. He'd never know if he was about to run out.
This is very true. Fuck, I'd six. Number 6, my lord.
3. Number 3, my lord. How very topical considering Shrek 5 just got announced.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Kill me.
6 like... And now I'll say in Primordial, do you understand me now? Oh, thank God I know at least one that you don't.
Don't go throwing around languages you don't understand in Abyssal.
Everyone else in the house is like, what is going on?
When Voyage speaks Abyssal, it sounds like Jormungandr from God of War. Like the wall starts shaking. He's like...
I don't like that one. There's that one in the back.
Yeah, fucking Mateo's half asleep and his ball starts vibrating across the table. He's like...
Not in this house.
Fair enough. Calls dog over and draconic.
Hey, Dad.
I'll give you some in a minute.
Hell yeah.
Fuck, he's a little punk now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Smash the patriarchy.
Hey, Zero, how much to shoot off dog's tail?
Free. Not in the house.
Wait until we're outside, little man.
Puts the pepper box, pulls out the rifle. I'll give you 10 seconds.
I'm going to throw this stick and I want you to follow it. Leans on the front window.
Now to hunt the most dangerous game of all. Man. Okay, so what is the game plan? You guys have kind of been having dinner for about an hour and a bit by this point.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
God.
Come on, Sam. You're letting us down. Everyone else done it.
I don't know these memes, people.
We'll
Don't know
we'll show you
breakfast?
after.
What's going on
I know
here?
of breakfast in the
Breakfast.
concept, but no, not what you're talking.
God bless that kid. He was just so stoked. it was awesome.
It's me every morning when Steve cooks bacon and eggs.
Anyway, so what is the game plan for the Broken Feud today?
Well, you have stuff to drop off, don't you?
Yeah.
Somebody should go with you.
Well, I can probably manage. I've done it a few trips before.
Being lonely sucks.
Zefaris volunteers as tribute.
Oh, okay.
It's the Hunger Games or something?
She volunteers as
You're very
tribute.
like, something's going on.
Just tries to put the hand down and the one finger. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
I mean, any help's appreciated. You're welcome to come for a wander if you like.
I shall, because I heard you were going to the apothecary. Yes. Yeah, it's just like this constant movement of like, oh.
The fingers.
Yeah.
The fingies.
I think I'd enjoy that.
Yeah, by all means. I spend a lot of time there with Siobhan. She's the apothecary.
Does she... Is it more medical, or is it a wide variety of things?
Predominantly medical, but we've got options.
Poisons?
Reaches to like half of like this like back part of her flower crown. It's like, what you looking for?
Oh.
Oh, fuck, she cooked breakfast.
Waves the back part of the flower crown.
I mean, I'm not quite sure just yet. It's something I'm kind of dabbling in. I've had poisons made for me before and used them, but I've never made them myself.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
And that's something that I would like to learn now.
We've
Not
got,
now, but
yeah,
now.
we've got a lot of like distillery equipment, different things that might be handy for that down there. So yeah, you're more than welcome to come.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'm gonna go see my family if the two of you want to tag along. Maybe we'll see if we can put you to work in the town somewhere.
Yes, Voyage will go with you. I'll go, I don't know, shoot something. Go sit on the wall and look at the trees and shoot things that aren't trees.
Just be careful. No one here has seen those things that you. That could
I
freak some
am
people
a
out.
responsible being. I promise I will regulate and I will be so safe.
So safe.
Maybe I'll go see my family by myself. Do you want to keep an eye on
No, I don't need. I am the mother. I do not need a babysitter. You could keep an eye on him because he is trouble.
Totally now abusing the fact that he knows not everyone knows everything he does. Are you just sending me to take care of him, or is there ulterior motives here? Infernal.
What if he gets like angry again And he goes all like, oh, you know, they're like, oh, shit he was doing before.
Yeah.
You are a good mediator. You can calm people down well enough. You are a brown bear shaking the fence. Just make sure he doesn't go and kill Petunia's dad.
You're right, but can you do me a favour in exchange?
Yeah, it would
Depends. What is it?
There's a possibility that
We're always
Petunia's
talking about
dad has the letter Hugle left behind in his house still. Care to use some of your skills to go and get it?
I think we should see what happens when Petunia confronts her father. If he decides to keep this letter, I think that will tell her more than what she needs to know than if we got the letter for her.
Okay.
Leave the brainstorming to me, you will hurt yourself.
I just know you're good at crime,
I do like crime.
and I was suggesting crime to you. That's got to earn me some brownie points.
No, yes, but no! Just...
You sound like Homer for a second.
I'm just going to keep a low profile today and keep my hands to myself. It's like a little vacation for me.
Fair enough.
Voyage will go with you! Oh, wait. In common. Voyage will go with you!
That language is fucking terrifying.
It's poetic!
No, the fuck it is not.
Type of stereotype as it is.
At least it isn't all hoity-toity, and he does it specifically with the halfling cadences.
T.
Yeah.
I think they're mocking us.
What's spelled?
How high can I ask toll the dead? Fucking
Our language is beautiful. Language.
And my language is beautiful too.
Is that the word you used?
Yes.
Strong, maybe.
halfway across the continent, your dad. Wait, there we go.
Yeah. Somehow casts a rainbow.
Hey, rainbow. Okay, so we've got Zefaris and Petunia going to the apothecary. Hugle, you're going to see your family. Voyage, were you going with Hugle?
Yeah.
And Zero's gonna do what Zero does.
She's just going to help keep watch on the wall. She's going to have a very low profile day today, I think.
Just scope about and just kind of lean up, real cowboy-like. Lean up against a tree.
Just give a hand where she's needed.
Okay. What are we gonna do here?
I'd say really quickly on the way, like parting, if Petunia can get Voyage wine for a second, or like just at least a little bit further away. I'd like to thank you for what you did yesterday. I haven't seen him like that before, but you managed to calm him down, and for that you have my thanks.
You shouldn't need to thank me for that. I appreciate it. You shouldn't need to.
But I do, and the fact that I can thank you means a lot.
Look, I don't know the full extent of what happened here, but I do know a lot. I witnessed him do some ritual with his god,
Oh, yeah.
and forgive me, I'm not very sensitive when it comes to this shit.
It's fine.
He saw your daughter in that moment and she was at peace. The visceral reaction I witnessed after that, that's some of the most intense relief I've ever witnessed from another individual. I hope I can pass that on as a solace to you. His big hand just kind of... Now don't look at me with them sad eyes.
Thank you for being there for him. God, no, I couldn't.
He didn't let you.
Jesus Christ.
Make him pay for that.
I think he's paid himself that twice fold.
Just remember he's here now. He may not have been there before.
I know. Enjoy your day.
As a heads up before you go,
Yes.
Zefaris doesn't talk much.
That's right.
Help them.
I'll do my best.
You didn't hear shit. That was all in halfling, bitch.
Take a share.
So we're gonna go. 1 and 2 will be you two. 3 and 4 will be you two. 5 and 6 will be 0. It's going to determine who we go to first.
I'm just sweeping a street.
5.
We'll go to you first.
I'm just sweeping a street.
So what does that when you kind of step out into the main thoroughfare of the of Potts Hollow? We'll change the music over. Get it a little bit more cheery. There we go. You step out into the main thoroughfare. People are, they're up and about. It is a working village, all things considered. And as you watch the two groups kind of separate further down the way, you're free to walk off and do whatever you please. So what do you think your morning of just kind of perusing is going to entail for 0?
She'll probably just be looking. I don't know. It sounds like a lot of people need a hand around here or whatever. It will literally, like, she's not even got her leathers on. Like, she's quite literally prepared herself today to just do odd jobs and do what she can around Potts Hollow to give people a hand.
Mm-hmm.
So just anything that stands out, or maybe any notices or anything like that.
Make a perception check for me, I think.
That's a 22.
Damn. Okay. I would think observing Potts Hollow as it is now, you see a lot of the people pottering around have these. You can just tell they have these deeply ingrained sense of routine, where they're all going, like, you see, like, there's guys with like hand-drawn carts that have like cut lumber that they pull out from under like little sheds to like keep them dry and all that sort of stuff. People are opening their burrows up and like chimneys are going off. You see a bunch of the shift workers for the mill like swapping out as the guys from night shift swap over the guys from day shift go, because a lot of Potts Hollow stuff, export stuff, is just something that they can't seem to get outside their woods, you know what I mean? It's like a really tiny area. But I would think with that high, you look beyond all the village itself, and your eye just catches on the top of like the tent posts and stuff of the of like the shanty like town that's been made up with all the orcs and the Goliaths, the tribes folk. And you see that even from this distance, as your eyes do kind of do like that telescopic thing where they lock in on something in the distance that they really want to look at, you can't help but notice that like they're like still pulling ropes and like getting posts and stuff up. Like they're still in a deep process of construction, would probably be the word. So that you feel would probably be drawn to that, I think.
Yeah, she'll go and give them a hand.
Cool. So you walk in and the vibe very clearly changes once you cross the slow threshold of the shanty town. But they've got these large, what are they called? Maypoles? Are they the ones where they wrap ribbons around? Think like that. And there's like long streamers where there's lanterns hanging off them and stuff. And there's a multitude of like tents and like swags and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, just like, I think you would see more orcs than you would see anything else, because the tribe mainly was orcs before they had Goliaths join, and then like random humans and stuff. But there's just a lot of big folk here, like huge ripped massive Goliaths and orcs and stuff, and a lot of them, they're moving out of like, they're trying to break down the tents and actually start trying to build like quick makeshift cabins to be a little bit more friendly for the weather, because the weather's obviously like kind of fucked out here. So if you would like to, you see like this younger female orc with like these like two like butch Goliath dudes, and like she's telling them what to do, in the sense is like, okay, we're going to put these here and intersect these joints on the wall. And as you walk up, you kind of catch her attention. She goes, oh, hello. Do you need something?
I am a pair of hands and you will treat me as such. Where do you want me?
I like that. Help them. You can't trust men to do anything.
You cannot. And she'll start giving a hand.
You cannot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I like that. There's something about Zero getting like in the deeper nitty gritty of like just manual labor that just seems so right to me in this environment. But oh yeah, you work up an absolute caning of a sweat, like lifting these logs, and to the point where it's like they're just like, are you sure you don't need a hand? You got to lift. You're just like lift up this huge fucking log. They're like, oh.
She'll definitely be stubborn about it, but yeah, I reckon that'll be her day today. She'll just be.
Zero's face goes bright fucking red because all the blood rushes to her cheeks and her white skin, like.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you more than happy for that to happen.
Perfect, thank you.
I'll roll one of my little bone dice. So you guys were 1 and 2, you were 3 and 4. Hey, Zeph and Petunia.
Okay.
I'm going to turn this one over.
I was like, who is that?
I'm like, where is it?
Figure it out. I'm actually going to turn this over to you because the apothecary is a little bit more your speed. So how about you describe that to Zeph as we come upon the entrance of the apothecary?
Yeah. So it just looks like the rest of the buildings from the outside, pretty standard, they're popped hollow. And then it's like, you walk in, the first thing you notice is a massive wall of just like jars. Spices, herbs, anything, salves, like liquids. You don't know, half of it's unlabeled, most of it's labeled. It actually seems to be like structurally in order. There's dropper bottles, there's little screw lids, there's some cork like jars. And it's massive. And then you look over and there's a bit of a counter and you can see that there's a door behind it that probably leads to some more rooms. And there's also some like cabinets and shelves and stuff like that. A few places to sit, obviously, because it is still like a doctor's office. So you've got to
Put the
have.
apothecary on the table.
Yeah, sure.
Grab that big building behind you, Skye.
This one?
Yeah.
Which side is going to be the apothecary?
I would think, in my brain, hang on, I have to look at the other side again to determine.
Pass it over. So this is the apothecary.
The round door, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
All the way around.
no, we'll flip it out so you guys can see it.
I made this multi-directional so it can function as multiple
That's
buildings.
the one.
There we go.
There's our
I love
apothecary.
it! Aww!
You're good.
Yeah, and there's like more of a doctor's office, like a office desk.
Yeah.
Like a bench kind of coming out of the wall. And on the other side you can see like different like distillery kits, mortars and pestles, little equipment, stuff like that.
And then the two doors on either side.
Yeah.
Yep. Which lead to, you know where they lead.
I do.
There you go. We are in the apothecary. When you enter, because obviously it's got the bell. Ding, 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 as the bell rings. And you hear a dropping of something in the door behind the cabinet. I'll be with you in just a second, darling. Wait a minute. And there's more fumbling, a huge fucking bang of like metal utensils. And she just goes, no, it's fine. It's fine. And for you, you've seen her every day for 4 years, but for Zeph, this is your first, I would say, up close experience with a harangon, like a rabbit folk. Siobhan stands at I believe we said Siobhan's on the taller side,
she is.
So she's closer towards your height. Soft white fur. Her ears are tucked back under like a little blue nurse's bandana, but her ears have like this browny auburn kind of tint. So at first glance, you would think it was hair, but it's like it's her ears. But her hair sticks out just a little bit, and they all kind of blend together. She's wearing like a light, not very dissimilar to like Petunia's color, where it's like this like soft blue, very nurse World War II kind of style colors, and the white apron with all these like little utensils and stuff. Huge smattering of like liquid up the front of her of like some concoction that she's fucking dropped, and she's got her hands up like this as she's like giving them a shake. She walks in, she goes, "Oh, good morning, my love. How are you?" "You're new."
The name's Zeph.
"I'm Siobhan." She comes over and shakes her hand.
Nice to meet you.
You just seem to be collecting all the stray around here."
People need somewhere to stay. I've got the room.
"That's true, okay."
You
So-
alright?
Maybe. Ask me later.
Alright.
I'm kind of just going through the process of just labeling these last things, and then I fucking dropped one. It was a whole thing, and it just went to hell.
I can help you clean it off. It's fine.
Wonderful. I need the hands. Will the other lass, Matroya, will she be coming as well? Because I have some work for her to do as well.
More than likely.
Good. Okay, well, I'm gonna go deal with this. You can show them around, surely.
Of course.
Wonderful. I will see you later. I'm gonna go take 8 baths. And she potters off through the hallway, back down. And I'll leave it to you. What do you guys want to do? You got all the toys there.
Start with Siobhan. She's the apothecary, runs this place. Very good at what she does. You said you were looking for train learned poisons.
Yes.
Yeah, by all means, follow me around this bench. Starts pulling a distillery kit, and one of the mortar and pestles out. It's like, do you know what type of poison you're looking for? Any particular effects?
I think paralyzing would probably be the one to go. That's the main one I use a lot in the city.
Easy peasy. Starts like druid crafting some flowers. Like, so this one works as a more of a respiratory paralytic. So if you manage to get that too much of it into the bloodstream, it'll just shut it down. This one works more on the nervous system. Once that's in there, they're not going anywhere. And so it's like giving you a rundown of like drying things, grinding, and what to mix with what and what percentages to have.
It's going in the memory bank.
I'm gonna ask you, what's your spell save DC?
Let me have a look.
Because this is giving me an idea. I've got an idea.
17.
You know what what I'm gonna say is you have one large vial of paralytic poison, which you can coat your daggers with, and it's a DC 17 con save, or they become paralyzed for a minute. I'm just homebrewing that on the spot.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Because there's no way that if you don't take the time to do it, that it's not going to be flawless. You did this for 4 years. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. So, if you want it, so I'm going to say, like, that's more than enough. Like, you can do your daggers, you can give some to Voyage to put on his arrows. Like, it's enough to share for sure. So everyone can kind of get amongst it and do some heinous shit. But I think that just makes sense. You're the medicine expert, so there you go. Put that in your notes, and then I'll make something up for it on D&D Beyond later.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys can absolutely do that. So that's like maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours of like just going through all the medical jargon and knocking that on the head. And Zeph's getting a new understanding of like herbalism and poisonous kits, utensils to do all that sort of stuff. It's a new skill that they're learning. The thought process.
Yeah.
You're okay. I'll let you write before I keep blowing more information down the table.
Literally DC 17 con save, poison, paralyzed.
Yeah. Perfect.
Alright. As you're showing Zeph, like the processes and everything like that, they'll just awkwardly kind of, like they're gonna say something, and then eventually they just kind of, I'm sorry for how I acted yesterday.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
My mum would kill me if she saw how I acted yesterday. I guess the reasoning behind it would be the trust I have for Hugle and what he did for me when we first met is something no one that I previously have known would have done for me. To put it lightly, he saved my life, quite literally, in a time where he did not even know me personally enough to do so. So if that's of any use to you with who he is as a person now, I hope that helps.
I'm glad that he was there for you. And I understand it's a bit of an odd situation.
Yeah.
I am sorry to be putting you all through death.
We've been through many awkward situations, most of which have been Zero's fault.
Zero out moving lumber somewhere. Somebody's talking shit.
Yeah, one of the guys is like, "Are you all good?"
I thank you for your apology. It's more than accepted. So this one.
It's just a huge fucking book.
It's just like a sigh of relief for the change of subject.
Zeph, like, their legs go wobbly, like against the shelf.
I don't like this feeling shit.
I don't like feeling bad. This sucks. But absolutely, you guys can continue to do that, and you learn way more about it. Do you already have a proficiency with a poisonous kit? And what proficiency did you have again?
Let me have a look. I'm pretty sure I added it. I think it might be in inventory.
I'm just curious. I want
Herbalism.
to. Okay, leave that with me.
Okay.
Alrighty. And now we'll go to the last of our little dynamic fucking duo, Voyage and Hugle.
I'd say we're wandering off, and there's a... Look, the language isn't terrible. It's just a lot more harsh on the ears than the halfling language, you know?
But at least I don't sound like I'm skipping everywhere I go with
What's
the
wrong with a little bit of
hoity-toityness.
cheer?
There's nothing wrong with that, but there's just as much cheer in Infernal.
I don't know if it's cheer.
just-
Like, I'm not trying to belittle your culture, but
Really sounds like it, so
it
what's your
literally
ground?
shook the walls.
That was not Infernal, thank you. That was Abyssal, they're different.
That one was fucking awful.
That one's different.
And as like just the nonsense is talking, there's a moment where the hill just goes quiet, and it's when you can start to see that big house on the top of the hill, and you can see a little bit of like tensing of the fists and a little vein in the neck as he's...
It's just a hand on the back. Come on, leave it alone.
I'm gonna call down fucking lightning!
Thank you for pulling my head in last night.
Look, I may or may not have told Zero to try and break into his house. She said no. I tried.
Damn it.
I know! Since when does she turn down crime?
Crime is her thing.
I
She loves
know.
crime.
When did Zero get a conscience?
Look, I tried.
There's still many hours in the day.
You put it in her head. Just let it
Totally,
simmer.
9:30.
I hope.
Sometimes you just can't be direct. You have to bring it up like, oh, that could be something you do, and then let her figure it out herself.
You may be
Make him think
waiting
it's
for
her
Zeph. Waiting for Zeph or something.
You didn't grow up with a mother. You have to make them think it's their own idea. Look, if the house gets broken into later, we have a good idea of who it was.
Exactly. Which I did say specifically to look for the letter because, yes, I did overhear your conversation.
I think we could tell that you guys were overhearing as much as you possibly could.
I mean, I heard most of it.
Now that I know you
I
speak
only
halfling,
loosely told them the rest of it.
it's fine. It's a small house, especially for you lot.
Yeah. I'd ask how you deal with the back pain, but it's not an issue for you, so you can't help me with that.
No, it's much easier than trying to live amongst your world. Having to pull up a stool everywhere, it's a pain in the ass.
Hot damn.
Hugle just carrying the stool everywhere he goes.
You want us to fold out?
Yeah, Hugo goes and pays like 700 gold to an artificer just to make a glorified camping chair. But eventually, you will find yourself on the doorstep of your parents' house.
I'd say I kind of took the back ways through, so I'd avoid main
Along the
street
wall,
areas and behind hills of houses, and not across where the windows
I'm actually
are.
gonna say, can you make? Do I want to be stealth deception? I'm gonna say this is gonna be stealth, but it's gonna be with disadvantage because you've got a big green dude with you.
Because my deception is
Are you
minus
gonna
one.
let Voyage know that we're purposefully being sneaky? Or are you purposefully just guiding him through a path?
You could probably tell that he's avoiding certain ways and not taking a straight shot to things. Well, that's gone forever.
Costs me nothing to cast Paths Without Trace. Just for the record. So plus 10 to stealth on that.
Okay, 18.
Oh, God damn it. Alright.
Slay.
We apologise, we've had some technical issues with the audio, and we're back now.
Eventually.
18 was the stealth.
Okay.
Thanks to a pass without a trace.
Yep. So you're able to walk past along the back roads and the side strips around other people's burrows, and you find yourself at the front door of your house. By this point, probably, it's all loosey-goosey time, probably like, the same time, about 8:30 when everyone walked off. So 8:35.
Just go up and knock on the door.
Knock on the door.
And knock, and then go to open and walk in.
I respected your privacy by knocking, but I'm letting myself in anyway.
It's my family home. Is it open?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's Montana. They don't lock the doors. You know,
There's no crime here, brother. Yeah, there's no crime here with the stupid paper money as well.
Hello.
Hey, good morning. If you walk in through the mud room into the main hall, you see, I would think, let me check. Your dad's there, your mum's gone, Graft and Mulch are not there. May, Squash and Bean are obviously off with the other littlies to do like their schooling in the village. But Petal is there. She's sitting at the table. Your dad was making a cup of tea and pouring it as you kind of walk in with Voyage behind you. And there's a very audible, like where the cup hits the table, and you watch her go to get up. But it's not a push the chair out and begin to run. It's push the chair out, leans down, picks up her like staff walking stick, and she moves around the table, and you realise from her left leg down from the knee is gone. And
Hugle starts with a big smile to her, and as that whole process, you just see the smile doesn't disappear, but it comes out like trying to hide the sadness, but still happy to see them. Like he's very like. He knew this was coming, but wasn't ready for it.
And she runs up, and she, when she gets up to give you a hug, she like drops the staff on the floor, and she like really like holds onto you, and she goes, "It's about time you came home, you big dummy."
Nothing will keep you down, will it?
They can take both my legs, I'll still crawl. Oh, speaking of which, and she has to like lean down to get the stick, and like stands back up, and she goes and sits back down. She goes, it's not too bad when you got a stick to help you walk around, but by golly, having 2 feet would be better.
You're a fucking chippy, aren't you? When the fuck did this happen, and why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to worry you while you were out and about and going on your little pilgrimage and all that rubbish.
It's fucking amazing out there.
I would assume so.
Once you get used to that new wooden leg of yours, you should go check it out.
No, this is just a stick. It works. I'm not gonna go with no fandango legs or arms or anything like you see those other people come by every now and again. When they go to trade near Woodsgate and all that sort of stuff. Because she would have seen some people with like prosthetics and stuff, surely. He goes, "No, I don't need it. Whenever I need to get up high, Colton just throws me up there. It's all good. Don't worry about it too much, but it's a bit tricky sometimes."
It's fucking good to see you again.
It's good to have you home. It's good to have you home, you dork.
Scruffs her hair up, so it shoves her away.
Hey, feck off. And your dad will slide a cup of tea across to you and he goes, "Hey, well then, don't suppose you run into Petunia's dad yet, have you?"
Awkwardly looks over to Voyage.
Not yet.
Not yet, no.
Here's your teacup.
Oh, Voyage, Petal, this is my sister.
Hi.
Hello.
No, might be best I try and avoid that for...
I'm gonna be 110% real with you on this one, Swale. No matter how good you thought you got around here, someone would have seen you and this town loves to gossip. So just be ready, because I'm sure at some
no
point...
doubt he'll be storming down.
I can feel it. I feel it in me bones. I feel it in me knee that doesn't exist anymore. That he is gonna come a gunning. Sorry. Tissues!
Goodbye, tissues!
I don't know why this won't stop. It's really bugging me.
We hit another point of some really bad popping in the audio, so we did some playing around. Didn't manage to fix it though. So once again, new mics in episode 22, and hopefully we'll fix this problem going forward.
Is there anything else that you think would cross your mind as far as, because...
Look, there'd be a bit of shit talk, catching up,
Of course,
giving
filling
some
him in.
stories of some of the crazy adventures we've gotten up to. You know, the PG versions of things, not as much as the brutality or the violence, but
I think the one that would catch, because the concept of like spirits and ghosts and stuff, you like your dad's a cleric, that's pretty substandard stuff. But I think the conversation about the shambling mound from like way back at the beginning, that one they'd be like, oh blimey, really? That is truly extravagant there, sir. I wonder what made that.
it was strange. Like, there's a lot of strange stuff out there. Like, spending a good few years up in the swamps up north, the Dying Lands. That would. Look, I've seen some things out there. Okay. Still going.
It's still fucking going.
Do you want to take a pause?
Yeah,
and
you know what, we're just gonna... It means recording. Sorry for that. We don't know what the fuck's happening, but we're just gonna fucking persevere. So, you were catching up with your family, talking about everything that's happened, all that good stuff.
teaching them some new plants to druid growth that I've found along the way.
What do you think the rest of your morning would pertain to? Spending time with her, because at this point it's just your dad and Petal there.
A lot of just, there'd be a lot of catching up, any help I can do around the house, sort of thing, but then after, the basic conversations and the catch up, sort of be like, so what's going on around here? It's
I think who would take that? I think it would be Petal. I think Petal would take that. She goes, well, there was a really big plume of smoke out in the forest, and it was far enough away that it wasn't an instantaneous issue, but it was close enough that it had us concerned. So Colton and I grouped up, went for a run, and decided to go investigate. And deeper into the woods, this cacophony of just really bad noises were coming out of the woods. We were well outside of the Potswood by this point, but it was still pretty harsh. And we ended up crossing paths with, I don't know if you've had the opportunity to meet her yet, but her name's Dushka. She is the matriarch of the tribe. And it was just really bad, Swale. There was zombies and undeath. It was bad.
whereabouts? And Hugle pulls out the map that he's been drawing.
Sorry, in your instance.
So how far outside of the pot? Like,
True.
how far up are we talking?
You're probably looking about
Like towards the top where the rivers are.
a little bit, river, mountain, but going north towards the Deadlands, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, we went in there. We tried to help the best we could. It was more Colton's speed than anything, but
How many
one
are
of them
dead? They never generally would make it past the river.
A lot of the ones that we had to deal with were the tribe members that fell from something else. Dushka describes it as death from above. a cacophony of smattering wings, locust insects. The plague types. If you let them swarm too much, they can eviscerate crops and all that sort of stuff.
But bringing on death.
If there's anything I know about undeath, being a druid, is that it's not just the concept of necromancy as a whole that brings undeath. It can just be as simple as imbalance. If the world isn't right, it's not gonna stay right.
That's what worries me.
And when you've
seen
got that,
some things, and it seems like that toxic part of undeath that was really stuck to the Deadlands is finding its way further and further out. There's and I look to you. There's some big undeath out there.
And I sort of look back to you like, shall we say what you are aware of?
He kind of looks back and he does the, I'll tell them what I know if you tell them what you know.
We're kind of on the hunt for vampires and
Dragons?
undead dragons. Yeah.
what?
Yeah, things are expanding quicker than any of us anticipated.
It's something in my eye. There's dragons!
They're in my god! They're in my eyes!
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's more than a lot, son. That's... Your mother's not here, is she? That's fucking bad!
Right?
Yeah!
So, the reason we're coming up through here is we're on our way to the Deadlands to investigate a little bit further. I wasn't anticipating for all of this to be going on here at the same time. I think that it might delay our trip just a little bit because I want to make sure that you're all fine before we go finish what we started.
Well, have him roll an insight check. You know what? Because I think now that you're bringing information to him, he's going to want to... I've gone too far. No, I haven't. Have I? Thank you. Yeah.
Call the makeup crew for you.
I'll let you know. Your dad just rolled a nat 20.
Hey,
Oh, good on you, Da.
Yay! For a
Why are we
total of...
rolling dice?
For a total of 24.
And he hits.
A mace comes across the table, hits Voyage in the mouth. It was me all along! You know what it was on to? He thinks about it and goes, I think it might have more to do with the greater scheme. It can't all just be a bunch of coincidences. One's an instance, two's a coincidence, three's a pattern.
There's definitely a pattern. Everything seems to be leading us up north. Well, I assume so because I've pretty much done a loop of most of this country by now, and I think the only place you could hide an undead dragon is in that Deadland swamps.
Winter is coming.
Well, you've got to remember, where we are in the Pottswood is a little bit more sanctified compared to the rest of it. So if you're basically outside the fence, there's a number of things that could be hiding out there. Where these tribes folk apparently had come from, I think whatever was in there, whatever did it, was hiding in the woods and was brought out because of what might be bleeding in from the Deadlands. That's what I think.
What was that? Where can we find, was it Dushka?
Dushka, yeah.
Where can we find Dushka? I wouldn't mind having a chat.
She's obviously being the matriarch of the tribe. She's generally in their little segment of the village. looks at her. She can be intimidating, but she's a fair woman. She's quite kind, all things considered.
So she's the leader of the bear people. The people with the bears.
Hey, yeah, a lot of the bear folk.
Sick.
So that camp's the one down the southeast corner. On the map?
Near the mill.
Yeah. So not far from where we are right now.
But your dad has been a cleric for many years, and I dare say he probably would know a little bit more about the outside world comparatively to some of the other in there. He goes, well, if you're going up north, it actually might not be a bad idea to stop into that there's a township up that ways past the Deadlands, but they're kind of like on the border of called Leiter Kelch. And they might have some information. I don't know, I'll be 100% with you. They're a bit of a theocracy.
Which one? Is it the other one we've got up near the forest at the top there, or is it not on the map?
No.
Would I have gone through there on my last?
I don't think you would have, no. Because it cuts an intimidating figure. You would know about it. You'd be like, oh yeah, that was the one that was here. Mm-hmm. But your dad would give you more information. He goes, they're all strictly devout followers of the Father of Light. And they aren't particularly keen on other people bringing other religions in there. However, they're not complete bastards about it. And you might be able to get some information from the lady that runs the show there.
That definitely can't hurt.
I would hope not, but...
Look, if they try, I've got a few of these out here to cover my back.
Look, just hit him with that Pottswood smile, and I think you'll be fine.
It's worked for me before.
Speaking of which, how is any like gives you trouble with the missus?
Look, the smile's not working on that one. I think it might take a little bit more.
There's Pedal from across the table, just like...
I know you've been talking to her this whole time, by the way.
Oh, gee, really? Was it written all over me face, was it?
You didn't really give me much information when I called. It seems that there's more...
That's because it's not
here than I know about.
It's not my place, Swale.
Whose side are you on? Don't answer that.
I'm on nobody's side.
That's the problem.
Except my damn own. Sorry, Dad.
I'm watching you.
Not that it's any of my business, but I don't think there should be sides.
Kind of goes a bit red.
Someone speaking some sense in this house. Thank you, young man.
You're always on the side of the sisters, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I give you full permission to lean across and smack him whenever you want.
She does not have the right to give that permission.
You hear, Bob? I'm not arguing.
That's not my job.
Yeah, we've got one for that.
Yeah.
Bullet through the window. Sorry! Stay still! But Bob picks up the empty teacups and whacks them in the sink, and he goes, well, I was going to go off for a bit of a wander today and just see if anyone needed any help with anything, but you're free to come in and out as you please. Home is home, regardless of where you are. I know Pedro was going to go. You were still going to go see Colton? She goes, yeah, I'm going to go see him at some point. He'll cross paths with him. We've been hanging out with that Dario a lot. I think they're getting a bit... What?
Just trying to keep up. Both me as a player and...
Well, that's what 4 years will get you, okay? Dummy.
Well, I think we have a few more people around to catch up with. Where are the boys?
Where are the names I have here? Mulch is... Now remind me, was Mulch the one that was super tired when we rocked up last? I can't recall. I didn't write that bit down.
Let's say yes.
Yeah. So Mulch works the night shift in the mill, so he's asleep. and Graft works the day shift, so he's at the mill. And obviously the three young'un, Maze, Squash, and Bean, are at school.
I'm gonna sneak into Mulch's room and Drew craft so many petals all over his bed.
Make an Arcana check for me with advantage.
Shithead brother doing shithead things.
You left and then you're back and now you're a dick.
18.
With an 18, you go, surely there's a way I can speed this up. And you make a pinata of flowers and just go... and it's just everywhere. Fucking flowers anywhere, and they lean on his face and just... Quit it. Quit it.
Please tell me he has seasonal allergies.
I picked the thing I know sets him off.
It's just shitloads of fucking dandelions. A dandelion.
It comes out with two eyeballs like puckered buttholes.
The last dandelion. Never actually says that in the movie, believe it or not.
That's one of the heathen.
That's what it's the last melon.
And then...
Are you okay?
Sorry, can I interject before
Absolutely.
you continue? To follow up, because this pinata stunt, Voyage has seen you do before. It was that time we had the rave. So he decides to interject. And he leans in.
The time we had the rave.
And he casts Thaumaturgy.
Oh no.
But specifically just a bunch of different flickering lights. Just like the rave in the room.
And it's just like... And he sits up. Kind of a bit of the surfy looking Byron Bay brother, got the puka shell necklace, all that shit. I knew that would get someone, and I'm glad it was Skye. He's got like the puka shell necklace thing going on. And his hair's all fucked up, flowers everywhere, eyes fucking red as sin, little raves going off. He goes, I just pulled a 14-hour shift, and you're gonna do this to me? When I wake up
to sleep, it's okay.
when I wake up, I'm gonna come. Where are you staying? I'll get you, you dick.
Love you too.
Absolutely. Anything else you'd like to do at your plan?
Like with the plans probably to head out, I'll go up to Petal and really go in and just like, give a kiss in the hand and be like, I've missed you, you shithead.
Yeah, I missed you too. Go on. Go make someone angry. I don't know. Figure it out.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of that.
I'm telling you. He's going to find out today. Just ask Mommy.
Well, part of me wants him to come for it.
And your dad... Actually, make a perception check for me. You can make a stealth check. Nah, dog, no chance.
17.
In probably one of the most aggressive tones you've heard, you just hear your dad from across the kitchen whisper. He goes, better not fucking try it. He's like...
Just the smirk and... Alright, Dal, we're off.
Alright. Get out of here, keep yourself safe and all that bollocks. Behave yourself.
I'll do my best.
Good lad. Go on. And you guys are politely ushered out the door. Petal walks you to the front door. And just before you go to leave, she goes, when you get the chance, maybe try and have a good discussion with Matt. She's had trouble sleeping, all things considered. Oh. Be good. Slaps you on the cheek.
Stay out of trouble. Keep the other leg.
You earned that.
You've got siblings, you get it.
One, she's way nicer.
This is nice. There's different ways to show love.
Violence. I'm seeming to learn that that's a consistent trait.
I grew
Violence
up in
is a
family.
great way to love people.
There's There's 7 of us. It's been mayhem in this house growing up.
Smash cut to Voyage remembering Kill 8, specifically picking Journey up above his head and then like pile driving it into a fucking stack of hay. Like, like aggressive, like rough parenting.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, I'm not used to this violence at all. Child getting thrown.
She's Cobalt, built in armor. She'd be right.
Yeah, she'd be right.
So at this point, Hugle's probably going to stop trying to stealth because he's like, look, if it comes, it comes. And putting you inside Hugle's head, there's not a fear of her parents so much anymore. Because he's like, I've dealt with worse shit than her and I've hated myself enough, so anything they could say isn't gonna...
Could you imagine the concept? Like, why would I be scared of a little guy? I fought a giant bug.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, dude.
So at first he was trying to sneak around, but then with the realization, he's like, they're gonna find out this is happening. He's just sort of like, stuff it. And... What time?
Well, at this point, I would say it was about 8:30 when everyone left, and everyone got to where they were going by about 8:35, 8:40. So I'd say maybe an hour, like 9:30, 9:45, probably getting just closer to 10 by this point.
Should we go have a talk to the tribe?
Yeah. I want to harass them for...
You can find out about the bears.
Yeah.
Dog can play with the bears.
Yeah.
And I can find out if they have heard anything about the undead dragon that we're meant to be looking for.
Yeah.
Undead dragon.
Isn't that your journey?
Well, you've got to also find out about this vampire. 2 birds, 1 stone. You do that, I go play dress up with dog and the bear armor.
Alright.
Did you say power armor?
Bear armor.
Oh, God. I was like, power armor, wrong game, bro.
I do want to see dog in some bear armor.
I see. See, now you get it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So we'll make our way down to the...
Wonderful. Now, thankfully, you're already there, so that's going to be pretty simple.
Emma,
Oh, are you?
or am I fetching a letter?
Are you? Are you?
I might very well be.
Well, are you? That's what I'm saying. If they're going to the
So we
tribe-
make our way to the camp area. Do we see Zero?
She was just gonna case out the joint to see how easy it might have been to get the letter.
We're going to come back to you. We'll come back to you in a moment. What
The
about...
seed has been planted.
be around here or something? Oh, she's probably...
Yeah. Shh. Don't
What
worry
about-
about it.
Petunia and Zeph? After a while in the morning, you guys have gotten through a lot of your poisons. You've learned heaps and heaps as far as learning to be like more proficient with like plants and poisons and all that sort of stuff. Pat kind of just rolled around in the dirt for an hour and a bit out the front. He didn't really care. He was having the time of his life. And yeah, I turned to you. What are you guys going to do now? Stealth up, complete.
Is there anything else that you needed to do today?
Not really. Just kind of usually been on standby in case they have to bring someone back. Do you want to see the rest of the town?
I'd like that, yeah.
Let's go. I'll show you. It's not a long walk, I promise.
You guys are able to leave. When you walk out the big round door of the apothecary, you found that like Pat's dug himself like a big dirt nap hole, and then you're like, come on, he goes, like freaks out to get up and like wobbles his fat ass and fucking begins to move and follows you guys along. Can I look at the map again, please, for a second? I just want to check something. Because I want to see the likelihood of the 2 mobs crossing paths.
Not very.
Potentially.
There's the apothecary, and you're going to... Well, you would kind of have to walk past it. Someone roll a d20 for me, and I'm going to say anything 10 and above, you guys will cross paths, and in the unlikelihood that you get 9 or below, you'll miss them.
18.
Yeah, I think so. So as you guys begin to strut through, I think what sells it is the fact that you're not trying to stealth around anymore, and eventually, as you two leave the apothecary, just off in the distance of like the T intersection of the village, you see a bright green tiefling and a little beach boy looking halfling with a red drake.
That probably blends in. I blend in to everyone else. Potsho is full of little boy band blonde looking.
They're all pretty. But I mean, I think it's the green tiefling and the drake that gives it away. It's like, unless there's another one.
Dog immediately spots and mirrors. You've done the dog hyper.
Yeah.
Don't hype the dog up. and you, as you guys are walking, you hear the.
It's the slow-mo of Zeph and Dog running towards each other, and then it's just like, bye-bye. And then he just flies over Zeph and then goes way too far, and then you just hear the tumble, and then and it starts running around.
It like humbles up, and you lose the dog. The dog's gone.
He can't get hurt here. It's not the city.
But you, in the distance, like he's like, Dad, look who I found.
It's just a death metal concert across the middle of this halfling street. White
Everyone's
sun, but it's like Skrillex.
And
People
eventually,
didn't know I was in town before. They've seen me now.
yeah, and the party's eyes lock together, and we'll bring the group together, but we're one short. But we'll get to that in a moment.
We're heading over to check out this encampment. Apparently they've seen some shit up their way.
Yeah.
The undead shit.
Yeah. Things that I've not heard of in, at least outside of these woods area. That sort of thing's usually kept to the Deadlands further north. So, maybe this all has some kind of connection to our massive amounts of undeath that we seem to be chasing. And Zero's meant to be down there anyway, so we'll go catch up with her.
Okay.
Background.
Is that where you guys are going? Yeah.
Well, yeah, we had nothing else to do, so I was just being shown around the neighbourhood, so...
Great, because we could use your charisma to deal with all these new people. Thank you.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay. You guys go to walk into the encampment. Right, troublemaker. Lay it on me. What's happening? You tell me.
Well, we've already come across the house.
Oh yeah, it's the big one at the top of the hill.
It's the obnoxious one.
Understanding the Canadian culture that they don't lock their fucking doors, I think it's safe to assume that they also don't lock their windows. So if there's any like windows or opening or anything like that, looking for like a bedroom or an office, something pretentious. I'll climb if I have to as well if it's multi-story.
It is multi-story. It's one of the only few boroughs that is. Okay, so you arrive at the top of the hill, and you're kind of just like, are you gonna stealth like coming up the hill to like try and stay
Oh, yeah.
outside?
Yeah.
Well, then make a stealth check for me, please.
Imagine that this is their house.
Yeah, it's more like that side.
Okay.
But like, it's halfling sized. She could just...
Stand up.
That's a dirty 20.
Ooh, okay.
She didn't need any fucking dex checks to get on that second floor.
Just step on a rock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. First floor, second floor.
Give me a moment.
How tall ceilings?
Tall ceilings. Shame.
Shame for them.
Shame.
Shame.
Let me just check something. Oh, unlucky for them. Okay.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. You walk up, and as you get closer up the path, you see a small conglomerate of like the halfling workers, like small family, like some young women and stuff, and you just go and disappear off the road. And very much Simba when he's younger, like it's like getting really low through the glass. and you get up to the house, and it's very much like this, where there's a front balcony section, and you're like, oh, but they're little folk, it can't be that bad, and you get closer, like, oh, maybe this is why Hugle hates him so much, because he's a prick. This place is fucking huge.
That'd definitely be like unnecessary.
Yeah, that's weird. Uncalled for. But would you want to go in through the top or through the bottom? Like, where do you think Zero's? Because you can see the multitude of windows that like kind of equidistantly spread around. So there's obviously like different things happening. But what do you think Zero's?
Well, doing a scan of the bottom floor windows, just peering in, being quick, looking for like an office or like a main bedroom.
I would say you see a living room, sitting room, big kitchen.
Yeah.
And what else would be there? Because it's a big fucking house. What other rooms can you have downstairs? Because in my brain, their bedroom's upstairs.
Okay.
But
dining room, washroom, storage room.
Dining room. Yeah.
Office could also be downstairs.
Yeah, that's true.
I have 3 offices.
Yeah.
Spy.
It's canon now.
I'm gonna say, from what you see from the windows outside, looking into the sitting room, the dining room, the kitchen, all that sort of stuff, you're gonna safely assume that it'd be top floor.
Yeah. Okay. Bet.
Then you're gonna climb. So that's
Yeah.
gonna be a
Acrobatics.
acrobatics, because acrobatics or athletics, whichever one's better for you.
That is a 19.
Hey, nice. So
I'd probably say just as well from my backstory of what I wrote, there's a lot of religious iconography from
the Matron of the Wilds.
The Matron of the Wilds.
Okay. Thank you kindly.
Like a pious amount.
Why are you doing so well? Just stop it.
I'm gonna start spray painting like ravens and shit on it.
Queen, bitch.
It's just the word car.
C-A-W.
In like brackets and then Becky.
I believe in Becky. She'll give me a blue. The best thing about these halfling burrows is the fact that because they've got mounds of soil built around the top of the infrastructure, it's so easy for you to run, take 2 steps and sprint and jump onto the railing and then like hoist yourself up. I'm going to get you to make another stealth check for me as you attempt to go in.
Oh, that's not great. That's 11 this time.
You climb up. It's not grabbing onto the thing that gets it. It's when you hit the railing and your heels like click on the wood. And you're like, anyway, and you hear like the opening of like doors or something inside the house. So you're now aware that someone has heard you inside the house.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I've not been caught yet, have I?
There it is. Skye Sully. No repercussions is her middle name. If you want to, you can just open the door on the balcony and enter.
Is there just like a window I can peek through on the balcony as well, just to make sure that the area I'm going into is as clear as it can be, I guess?
Yes, when you look into that, I'll just give it to you. When you look into that, that's the master bedroom.
Oh yeah, bet. Going straight in and snooping immediately.
Alrighty. So that last stealth check was an 8, wasn't it?
No, 11.
No, 11. 11. What we're going to do... Roll a d20 for me, and...
You have invisibility.
I'm gonna cast invisibility! And not because someone else told me, because I remembered on my own, because I'm responsible and my character sheet. Thank you so fucking much. Holy shit.
I'm like, don't get fucking caught.
It's been a while since I've done a good... Alright.
A good break and entry.
Yeah, good B&E.
We love a bit of B&E on a Sunday. If that's the case, you can roll stealth with advantage.
Sensational. Okay, thank God. You know what? You're banished. Okay, that's much better. It's 21.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much.
Oh, for the sinner.
Shame. Ding.
Now someone eat this last biscuit before I do.
It was a 20.
Your brain wasn't working.
He feels bad.
Thank you.
Suck up.
It is suck up. He's lying to you.
Shame.
They all show remorse when they get.
Yeah, I can't believe you've done this.
You might be out soon on good behaviour if you keep that up.
Yeah, parole. You open the glass door that leads in, and in comparison to Petunia's home, which is very lovingly crafted and very humble, this master bedroom is I'm just gonna go gauche. Very ostentatious, symbolism of the matron of the wild everywhere. There's a big vanity table. Like, it just, from everything you've seen in Potts Hollow, this is just a little bit, well, a lot bit extra. So it begins to permeate a different feeling when you're like, this doesn't seem in the spirit of things. But alas, you have not been caught yet.
It was like a quite little like when she comes in.
Ugh.
But yeah, looking at like bedside table drawers, looking at like top chest of drawers, basically places that she would feel like someone would stash a letter in a bedroom if it were in a bedroom.
Okay, roll investigation, please.
Oh yeah, boy. That's right, you're in jail. Go about that. Rat. Okay, I do have advantage on this. Thank God.
I'm so glad that this went down this way.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
You're welcome.
What kind of underwear?
That's not the thing. I had a very
You find
specific...
the drawer full of sex toys.
You pull a random drawstring and the canopy of the bed flips for a mirror. No.
The disco lights.
A love seat comes out. Oh, yeah.
All the wild shit just turns around.
There you go.
Suck on my chocolate salty balls. Anyway.
Back on track.
I had a very specific thing in my brain because when you brought this up to me, I know how much of a dick Oak is. So, sorry, not your dad. I know how much of a dick Oak is. That in my brain, he never would have kept it in his office. You peruse the room and you find tucked into the back of it. So you know how vanities sometimes will have the leg space. Like, so they whoever's using it can sit really close, and there's all those little drawers and stuff in there. You find that as you're exploring around with a dirty 20, that there's like a little drawer in that leg gap. There's a drawer. From the front, you wouldn't see it because there's no handle on it. But you look at it and you're like, there's thingies under here. And you open it, and would you like to describe what was left with the letter?
So it's how it was when I left it?
Yep.
It's
thrown haphazardly into the drawer, but is there nonetheless.
So it's an envelope that looks like it's made of, you know, like when you make paper from recycled things, you put like pills and stuff through it.
Yeah.
So it's full of like the Galaxy Petunia stuff and some other just rough things, but that's sort of the main thing. And there is like a Galaxy Petunia pressed into the front. But it's sort of rolled up with a little wooden wedding ring holding the note together.
Oh my God.
That's what you'd see. Poppin'?
Just being a cockhead. I'm fucking ready to smash it. Anyway, continue, yes. Your feelings have been hurt. What do you do now?
Her feelings have been hurt. This is coming across to her as like quite a like it's an unfortunate gesture, but it's laced with love. You know, coming from like basically a husband to be that wished he could have done better. It does strike a chord with Zero. She's gonna take everything that's kind of encapsulated with that. She pulls out a small dagger and quickly carves Hugle rules into the top of the bedside table. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. He's been slighted and he doesn't know how.
Okay, can you make another stealth check with advantage for me, please?
Yeah, you
because we're
betcha
now
I
into
will.
the next round.
Alright, I've got the letter open for whenever.
Okay, yeah.
Good.
Let's see if I can do better. Natural 20.
For a total of,
That'll be with stealth,
I believe it's like 20.
28.
Oh, damn. Okay. You know what the best bit is?
What?
You push the drawer shut, and there is a split second. The bedroom door opens, and you quickly power roll back, land on your feet, and this short, and like, because you're invisible, so you can see, but that's more about the control of the noise.
Yeah.
And you bested anything this guy could possibly do. And as you posture up and you just wait for the wind to stop, you see this like really aggro, like it just looks fucking cross, or like he woke up cross, his face stuck that way.
Changed.
Yeah, just the wind change, eyes. His hair's more on the darker side, but it's reminiscent of Petunia's like kind of blonde hair. He's gone more towards that like ashy brunette kind of colour, and a bit more rotund in the midsection, wearing like a vest and a shirt and trousers and like heavy boots and stuff. But just this real aggressive look on his face. Is like, must have been the wind.
No.
Wait,
I guarantee it's going to be silent. No, no one.
You gotta roll another stealth for that.
Nah, that's Constitution, brother.
I feel like I don't have to roll if I preemptively spread my cheeks. I'm gonna wait till he leaves and I'm farting on his pillow.
After about 10 seconds, he goes, shuts the door.
He leaves, I scribble in Hugle rules into his bedside table, I spread my cheeks and I fart on his pillow.
We're gonna see him pink eye in the
I don't know what you did, but you did.
And then she's
Yeah,
gonna...
he shows up at the apothecary. I knew.
And then she's gonna leave off the balcony, still invisible, and as she's going back down the hill, all they will hear is like a non-corporeal, still got it!
Still got it. Okay. And
At the camp. Where the fuck is Zero? He's meant to be down here helping, right?
I will make my way back to, because she made like a promise she was going to help, so that's where she's going to return.
Okay. So I would think that you guys are probably having a bit of a wander for about 5 or so minutes, and then eventually you just like phase in from the periphery.
Yeah, literally.
Yep. And all of a sudden Zero is upon you.
Everybody's here.
Mother of course.
I just have to step out for a bathroom break.
She never calls it a bathroom break. Something's going on.
She's like got like padded sweating on her because she's been like exerting herself.
So would you think that everyone would know it's a lie, like off the cuff?
She looks disheveled as shit because she's been like climbing and rolling over stuff and whatnot. It definitely doesn't look like she's been moving lumber. Definitely, she looks like a cat that got like caught with the mouse.
There you go.
Had a busy morning then.
Yes. Very productive.
You're suspicious as fuck.
Does she always look like that?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Usually after there's crime committed.
Don't listen to them. I am an upstanding citizen where I come from. The people look upon me like I am a god.
When we saw his face last, it was after we heard a mysterious gunshot and were rushed out of a town.
And sometimes gods must make difficult decisions.
Are we gonna talk about this now, or do we come back to this later?
It's definitely a later thing.
With the amount of sweat, she's probably just constipated and trying to hide it.
100%. Wait!
Alright, we'll put a pin in that one and, we'll chip now. I don't even know if I want to know, but...
As we kind of like look to move to like shuffle off or go over wherever we are, Zero will kind of gently just sort of grab Hugle's hand and like not in a secretive way, just very concise, quick to the point, just puts it in his hand and then closes it around it, and then we'll just continue as if nothing happened.
Looks up to
It's
you.
your leather jacket.
I'm so sorry.
No, I thought I was having a stroke. It's okay.
I'm gonna, sorry, pardon me. Oh, just because it's gonna keep.
Oh wow.
Save it for
This is why we have you on the same camera.
You guys are like making the eyes and everything. Does Steve know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can picture it over like, it's all cool, man.
Steve sanctioned.
Yeah. Steve,
Can we get a photo of Steve just doing it?
actually, where's my phone?
In a little like circle with like a Steve approves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steve approved this message.
Starion approves.
Anyway, you get your letter.
Kind of not paying attention, looks down and goes like squeeze a bit tighter with this like the realization of what you've done. So like a little bit of that motherfucker about the dad, but then also like, the fuck have you been doing? And looks over towards you with that like.
So
Into the bag of holding, bit sneaky.
purposely
Not sure.
trying to distract you to keep away from whatever's going on behind
Works.
them.
Fully works.
Would you actually try? Oh, I just realized I muted myself. Would you actually try to distract Petunia?
Yeah, very specifically, he's all like, so who do I need to talk to make friends with all of the bears?
So there's Dario.
Let's go.
Make a stealth check with advantage, please.
We probably want to talk to Dushka as well. She's the one who runs this place mostly. And Dario's more like a second in charge. Kind of.
14.
Forte, what's your passive perception? You got high wisdom, so surely it's.
17.
Oh, fuck me.
I think you just catch him on the tail and quickly shuffle something into his back. You don't see the trade-off, but you see the failed attempt to get it in there lickety-split.
Well, there's like ropes around it, so I kind of have to try it under.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna do it. You're like, it's like sucking your fucking finger.
Shouldn't he get advantage because
did.
I'm...
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that dice. It like hit the pen, and then it was like
It was like,
it was
no,
almost
fuck.
going to go 20, and it was like.
I was aware. I was like, if you're actually distracting it, it gets advantage.
I think she knows that and then just sort of like, okay, that's fine. It's not my problem. Like, so yes,
Hugo thinks he did it so smooth. So.
Ignore them, they're always up to something stupid.
By all means, that's...
And plus, if I remember correctly, Dario is the one that's friends with Colton. It's Branko who's the second in charge that rides the bear.
my bad.
Yeah, Branko. Yeah.
Oopsie. Well, I did
Forget that. Deletes it from his fucking brain. So yeah, Dario is an orc. He's one of the rangers that became friends with Colton. Branko is Dushka's second in command, who also likes to ride the bear. And then obviously Dushka herself. But eventually, you guys wander through like the little shanty town, and it's not intimidating in the sense that it's like, oh, look at all these like scary folk around this and that. It's just different, you know what I mean? It's like a village in a village. Like, it's really peculiar where there's this very obvious clear line of segregation, but it's not anyone's fault. It's we all share the same environment, you know, and they've been courteous to us, so we've tried to make our footprint very small, and it's very obvious with the way they've... But for all intents and purposes, they are a welcoming people. Like, you see some Goliaths, like, tip their head to you see a couple of humans, like, dudes in, like, full plate armor. Like, obviously, they're, like, retired knights and sellswords that are, like, just gone for, like, living off the land simple types. And, you know, there's one dude's, like, he's got his plate mail on his legs, but his breastplates and stuff off, and he's sharpening his sword, and he's like... Even to you?
Would I have passed through their camp on my way out of here the first time? That's the way I went.
I feel like maybe, but
I wouldn't have
do you
stayed.
think Hugo would have stayed there?
I would have maybe stayed and I got supplies and kept going. But like,
Then it
I've
would have been
interacted
so,
with
yeah.
these people. Like,
It would have been so quick, but yeah, you would have had a very brief interaction with them for sure. So for you, it's like, oh, it's a bit different because they're not where they normally are. Because they are kind of nomadic. Sometimes they'll go north and south depending on like the time of the year, but they were just in the woods at this particular point. They hadn't moved further down yet. And eventually you, Petunia, you definitely would be leading the way because you've been here a lot. You end up leading them to this, for all intents and purposes, it looks like a war tent. Like, it's a little bit bigger than the others' posts. There are two, like, rangers out the front that I kind of acknowledge, and they take a look at the party here and collected, and there's they like talk orcish to each other, And then eventually when they see that Petunia is there with them, they're like, or if you're looking to see the mistress is inside if you would like to go.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And he steps aside, opens up the curtain, and you guys are able to enter in. It's getting really aggressive right now. Alright, we're back. Alrighty, we apologise for that random upset. We're trying something out by separating the load on the desk, because it seems there's too much phantom power, and my audio heads will probably know what that is. But so far, we seem to have fixed it. So we've reduced the microphones down, so the audio will be different, but we can hear everybody. That's all that fucking matters. Because
Sorry if we're quiet.
Yeah, apologies.
It
We're
literally
doing our best.
just started.
It did?
Yep.
Well, we didn't fix it.
Alright.
Retcon that.
It's fainter though, so it just means it's a phantom power issue. That's alright. We'll just get microphones. Don't need it. Fuck
Yep.
this shit. Anyway.
We'll get there, guys.
If
By
it does-
campaign 2, we're going to sound so good.
Yeah, if you have any recommendations whatsoever, please let us know.
We're already considering Chappelle Corby's.
Yeah.
Lapel mics for those who don't speak Skye.
Which you should, by this episode, be able to speak Skye if you've stuck around.
We
mad.
we enter into the bone dice. Always roll so well for me.
They do.
I love them so much.
Every time I hear you roll dice back there, I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
We're all dead.
Roll new characters.
So we're all coming through.
Yep.
Good enough?
I can hear it well enough. Pardon me. You enter through the precipice of the war tent, for lack of a better term, and it's about exactly as you thought it would look like. There's like a big, lots of animal hides and like furs, like a bed in the corner. There's a large table with like some like papers and stuff strewn about, which obviously seem to be like, they don't seem to be like anything business related, but more like just like what written stuff they do have as a mainly oracular kind of tribe. And in there with another one of the orc rangers is this large, muscular, she has long flowing black hair, which is like wild and unkempt, but in like a beautiful way. Her skin is like, it's darker, like obviously because some orcs have green skin by nature. Well, in my world they are. Not similar to human skin. When they're in the sun for ages, eventually it goes darker, but you can see where there's like lighter marks on her body, where obviously she's had like hundreds of lacerations across her body over the years that have healed. And she's wearing like this weird, like a mix of like bits of metal and like bone armor, long cape, cowl kind of thing. Some big like bone earrings in her ears, and like her tucks kind of sit a little bit outside of her lip, like not as big as some of them that you've seen, but like still quite intimidating. And she turns around, sees this group that's collected in front of her, and then sees you, Petunia, and she goes, little one, hello again.
Hello, I've brought some more people to try and help.
You can see, hello.
Smash.
Very great step. Approved! Any cohorts of Lady Petunias are welcome here in this room. We appreciate the offer of any aid or assistance that can be put. We are slowly but surely in the process of just making our small section of the village our own little home. Try not to leave too much of a mess. I'm sure you all understand, or at least heard the stories about what has happened outside where we're from.
Has there been any news?
The Rangers are not too eager to get too close. Apparently, there are more undead that are wandering around, but they don't seem to leave beyond the encampment. It seems without the promise of food, they don't seem to leave. They just wander around aimlessly. There's been no update on this thing, this aerial death that brought this plague upon us, but at some point we are going to have to go back and boots on the ground, as they say, and figure out what is happening. We cannot stay here forever, nor do we intend to. You've already given us so much here.
You can stay for as long as you'll have to. As long as you'd like to as well.
Is this Dushka?
This is Dushka, yes.
I'll step forward. Hello, ma'am.
Good evening, little one. Oh, good morning. Yeah, good morning. Oh, good morning.
You must be Dushka?
Yes, I am Dushka. I am the tribe mother, the matriarch, whatever word comes across in multiple languages, but I take care of this lot here. She like gestures outside the tent walls.
And so he goes forward to sort of shake your hand or do some kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
My name is... They call me Hugle. I'm...
Hugle.
That'll do.
And sort of half looks over his shoulder. Just like... Yeah, I gotta have this conversation with people later. It's really the first time it's really clicked in. He's like, I gotta figure out what what to do here.
Gotta make a choice.
I'd like
Can you do me a favour? Roll a
Yeah.
deception check for me.
2.
Yes.
So plus a couple, but it's not good.
Yeah, she looks at this very clear tension and she goes, are you okay? Is this a conversation for now or is this a conversation for later?
It's nothing to worry about. I need to have some conversations of my own.
Okay.
But I think I'd like to volunteer our group to be a part of that boots on the ground.
Well, by all means, we can... I think this is extended beyond being a problem for just us and has become a problem for everybody. There's only so much time that disease and infection and all those sort of things will stay within one area before it moves on and causes more untold harm. So we would gladly take your help across
There's
the
a
board.
particular issue with the undead.
And you would see, like, there's a lot of Raven Skull on
Iconography.
his bag, on his necklace, on the little things, so it's not unclear to people probably
No, shit,
that know
definitely.
the religions.
I have a particular issue with the undead, and I'm particularly horrified by the fact it's getting closer to my home. If it's coming from the north, it kind of makes sense, but I heard of the locusts, and I wondered if you knew which direction they came from before they hit the village.
The locusts. The insects are a funny thing. They build nests, hives, all those, they have their own natural order of things. The thing that laid waste to our village spewed those things forth from itself.
Did you see this thing?
I saw the shadow from beneath, from the sky. And with this disgusting, gurgling roar, it spewed forth tens of thousands of insects.
How big was it? Would you say dragon-sized?
Yes.
Did anybody get a clear view of this?
Well, between trying to save the elderly, the enfeebled, and the children, and watching some of my men get eaten alive while standing, no. There's more important things at hand there. A battle you already know is lost is a battle not worth fighting.
this has something to do with your vision.
Yeah, but I kinda need to talk to the stick more first.
The stick.
Talk to the stick more.
Oh my god.
When were you planning to go have a look at what was remaining and what went down?
Possibly within maybe a couple of days. It might seem cowardly, but we're not particularly in a big rush to march headfirst into the maw of the unknowing. Yes, that was a reference. I saw your fucking eyes. The eye watches, the stranger conceals. I lie, Archivist.
Well, make sure to let us know.
You will know about it.
If we haven't already made our way there, we'd like to come with you.
I'm sure we can arrange something for you all. Are you all comfortable with riding?
We can get our own horses.
Oh, sweet boy. On my side of town, we don't ride horses. We ride bears.
I look straight to Voyage.
He's all like bears.
Our boys and girls they know the land a little bit better. We like to call them all-terrain professionals.
How big is Pat now? Like, Hugle can ride Pat?
Pat would be maybe about dog size.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's adolescent.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably.
They ask us if we are comfortable with riding. Nobody asks us, hey, are you uncomfortable with dealing with a fucking undead monstrosity? Why is no one asking that fucking question?
I kind of volunteered us for that one.
I know this!
We knew what we were doing when we left that position.
Come at peace with it! Please, no, continue.
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 If we want to make our way north to find that cleric, then we're gonna have to face whatever's along the way. If this is in the path,
How much do you love your son?
this is a means to an end.
We are prepared to do whatever is necessary.
Oh my god, the quaver in the voice. Well, now that I know we have some experienced problem solvers on our side of the fence, I'll speak to Branko, I'll speak to Dario, maybe Colton, and we'll see if we can organize a small party of maybe I could maybe send one or two of the rangers with you, but you will have at least a unit of bears to take with you to ride.
These people are like nomadic hunter types, right?
Hunter-gatherers, yeah.
I'm sure not everything came with you, but would anyone in your tribe be able to sell some decorative, rarer bones? I'm looking for something particular for casting of spells.
She looks to you specifically for a moment, because she's heard from people. I would recommend you go and see the crone.
And while on the topic of seeking out miscellaneous shopping trips, I've seen some of the armor you put your bears in. Do you guys make that yourselves?
Yes, of course we do.
Who would I need to speak to if I wanted a set made?
You go speak to one of the smiths. Let's
Yeah.
put it together for you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh. Does he have a pet bear that I'm not aware of? Like...
No, but
We also have an owlbear.
Oh.
Still growing.
Yeah, not fully grown yet.
Can't they put like elastic bands or something in it? I don't know. You hear
Get a
that,
few
right?
plates.
It's like starts growing more and more, and then the plate's like this big, and his shoulders like huge.
Yeah. You put the helmet on him, and it's like fluffy dogs where the feathers just stick out way further when his actual head is. So you put the helmet on, it's like
It's like a pinhead.
yeah,
The rest of the body's like flat. It's just like
when you shave the top of like oodles and they look like old men. Like as this conversation goes forward, Dushka goes, if you perhaps come back maybe if not later this evening, maybe tomorrow morning, we can actually go around and probably introduce you to some of the riders, the smithies, and start maybe assembling some items for this journey. I think that would be a good plan. It's better to have everything prepared well before we go to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's anything else.
How much will that cost? Doing
Nothing. Akira! No! Leave me alone! Yeah, dude. There's no... If you are helping us to get our home back, that is not going to cost money. This is all things that we get off the land.
I told you, money isn't really a thing out here.
Welcome to Pot Soda.
my power!
I'm sure your heavy coin purse will come in handy in other places, my love. But not here so much.
I don't like it here.
We trade in skills and
It's just
items.
fetal
You
position.
have the skills to trade right here. You have the skills.
Zero rushes out and the camera hard pans to her fucking spewing next to the dead. I hate it here.
So what do you mean we don't know anything?
Actually, probably question better for you guys. Before I end up with several melanomas, is there anywhere I can get like a nice, very big wide brim hat? As I'm sure you can tell from my complexion, even when it's overcast, I am very prone to sunburn.
There's shops and supply shops around here. They might have some.
fuck.
I'm sure anyone could weave you up one as well.
Oh, there's several like seamstresses and stuff here that can definitely do that. That's not an issue. But we'll work on getting you a hat if that's what's going to happen.
She's already like starting to get like a bit pink, like on her nose and her cheeks and her ears and stuff like that.
Oh, God.
Shoulders
Yeah.
and the neck.
Yeah,
It's weirdly sunny in Pot's Hollow compared to the rest of it.
Yeah, it's like
she's struggling.
just a little bit of like less cloud cover than the rest. But this conversation continues, and then from outside the tent, you start hearing like a kerfuffle, like something's going on. Like people are yelling, and then there's a bit of a pushing and a shoving, and you just hear from outside the tent, "I know you're in there. Get out of there, boy." It's your dad.
I know.
I know that voice.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Yeah, just got the daggers out. Nah.
Game plan or
I'll wait, but the hands are hovering.
Yeah.
The hands are hovering.
You got the
wanna
quick
go talk to
draw
him
ready
first?
to go.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll listen to me until he can see you with his eyes.
Just what is that? Oh, you bastard.
As you go to walk out the door,
And this is probably a confidence he's never seen from Hugle.
and we're going to have to discover what that confidence looks like on the next episode, because we've hit the time limit for the evening. So for us, it's going to be a quick
We got a cake
smoke
break.
and eat. Yeah, cake break. And then we'll be back, and you guys can see the one next week.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, thanks for listening and putting up with all this shit, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
We're sorry for how all over the shop we were this episode, guys. That audio problem has been an issue for us since the beginning, as any of you who are up to this episode are probably well aware. But as I mentioned, not the next episode, but the following, we have completely upgraded our entire system to new lapel mics that have completely eliminated this problem. So, going forward from episode 22, we're going to have a massive upgrade to the quality of this production. We really appreciate all of you who have managed to stick around so far through all of these teething problems of this podcast, and we can't wait to see where we can take this in the future. So, we love you very much, and we'll see you in the next one.